Hi, I'm doing a tag response for the awesome, fantastic Dave Nicholson Xmas. This is his last Saturday 7-question tag. Moving on to number 1. Excluding romantic relationships. Who do you love? My children, my grandchildren, my brother, my sister. I love them all with all my heart. Good job it said excluding romantic relationships, because I'm not in one and I'm not looking for one. No. Moving on. What is your earliest childhood memory? My childhood memory, I go with Sunday outings. Every Sunday when I was 5 years old, I can remember us all going to church. My brother, he was in the choir. There was my sister, me, mum and dad sitting on the pew in church. After church, we used to get in the car and we used to go for a Sunday afternoon drive, come back home and had our tea. I used to love those kind of Sundays, going out for outings. Don't know where we're going to go, don't know what time we'll be coming back, but yeah, my earliest fond memories with me and my mum and my brother and sister. Yeah. Moving on. What book has had the greatest influence on your life? I keep saying this, I don't read books. Not been one for reading books. Agatha Christie's, I used to love Agatha Christie's, Poirot, and all the other murder mysteries that Agatha Christie used to do. I did read a book which took me forever and ever to finish, and that was Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. Yeah, but it took me a long time to get through. Moving on. But influenced my life, I suppose, murder mysteries. I love murder mysteries as long. So I would say it interfered with my life because I just love murder mysteries. Yeah. And our Carnival Club this year is doing one murder mystery. And maybe, just maybe, I might be able to do a video, a short video of the kind of things we do on our murder night. Yeah. Moving on. What 3 questions do you wish you knew the answer to? I don't know about 3 questions, but I would like to know, how can one country can bomb another country, but that country cannot retaliate to blow up that other country? To me, that's a million-and-one question to ask. You have the aggressor sending tanks over to the country, blowing up cities, killing people, but that other country cannot retaliate. Let's face it, you got one country that they know they are in a war, but the aggressor who started the war, they're going along with their everyday life like they are not having a war. Why? Because none of their buildings and that is getting blown up. That's one I do not understand. 2, hatred. I cannot understand why people has got to hate another person. Why can't we live all together in harmony and get on with our own lives? Yeah. 3, I'm saying that every one of us on this earth is different. If we was not different, it would be a very boring world. We live our lives the way we like to live. If you're not doing anybody else any harm, then why should somebody do you harm? And I am also going to go with, why do people have to hurt animals, have to hurt children? Why? Everything to me is why. Why do people do such things? What makes somebody get up in the morning and go off, stab somebody, or go off and shoot somebody? What makes that person from one day go to bed only to get up the next day to try to kill somebody? You know, I could go on and on and on, but I'm not. So let's move on, shall we? What is the greatest peer pleasure you've ever felt? School. I'm going to go with school. The school put a hell of a lot of pressure on me. One, because I couldn't read, I couldn't write. I couldn't add up. The reason for it was being, I didn't bloody want to learn. Simple question. I did not like school. I did not want to learn anything about school. Somebody asked me to spell something, and I was looking in the book. The book itself, the words was mumbo jumbo. I could not even come out with the. I could not come out with and, because the words was all muddled up. I just could not get the words out, and because of that I was not willing or interested in learning how to read, how to write, how to spell, or even do maths. I loved school. I've learned more in the first year of leaving school. That first year of leaving school, I learnt more. I learnt how to read, I learnt how to write, I learnt how to spell some words. And if I couldn't spell the word, I got the dictionary out, because I could read and I could get the first three letters, go to the dictionary, and there it is. I learnt all that myself. Yeah. But school. Yeah. Definitely. Moving on. What's the biggest lie you once believed was true? Father Christmas, Tooth Fairy, because when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I was brought up to believe in Father Christmas, believe in the Tooth Fairy. Why? Because if you had a toothache, put it underneath your pillow. Next morning you got up, there was some money underneath your pillow and the tooth was gone. Christmas time, Christmas presents under the Christmas tree. Yeah. Moving on to number 7 and last. In your lifetime, what have you done that hurt someone else? I honestly don't think I've been in such a way to hurt anybody else. People used to, when I was younger, used to pick on me, used to cause a lot of fights towards me, who wanted to pick a fight with me, and they was in gangs. Hence the reason why, as I said before, is when I became a boxer. I had enough, and I went to my parents and say, look, I'm getting bullied, I'm getting picked on, and I want to get out of being inclined of getting picked on, bullied. I want to do something, and I would like to do boxing. I had to go to a place to have a medical to become a boxer. I started boxing. These bullies got to know that I started doing boxing, and they picked on me more times, and I just turned around and say, look, there is all you picking on me, how about once a week in a ring have a boxing match? And once a week I had a boxing match. I allowed them to hit me about without hitting them or trying to hit them. But then on the last person, the one that was the big I am out of them all, was the last one. I allowed him to hit me about quite considerably. Afterwards, my trainer turned around and said, why on earth did I allow these 4 weeks those lads to hit you about without you hitting? You can hit them. And I explained the reason why, and I also told him if I could take their punches, and therefore when I do go into a ring to have a proper boxing match, I know I can take punches. Before they started walking out of the gym, he talked to them, and he come back and he said, you won't get no problems off of them whatsoever ever again. And I never did. I don't know from this day on what he said to them, but I went to school the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day, and they completely ignored me like they didn't know me. So, all ended well. Yeah. Hey, anyway, Dave, there's your 7-question tag done. Thanks for watching. God bless. Take care.